Welcome back to CountyLine TV, guys. I think we're going to do two videos that are just going to be talking. So if you don't want to watch me talk, don't watch me talk. This one as like a continuation of the last one where I showed you guys that I somehow, some way, which is a crazy story, and I'll unfold that in one of these two videos. Let me grab some Crocs here. In one of these two videos, I will unfold how the series of events happened that came to be with me having a Silvia. But I think this video is just going to be about the Silvia, not how I got it. So let me walk out here to the garage and I'll show you guys some more about the car. Brief intermission. Miss Luna here had some poopies. Look how cute they are. Alright, so I'm back with the car. Look at this car. Let me step back. So Gonzo, the guy that I got this car from, Chris Gonzalez, really cool guy. I've like been in the same vicinity of him before, way back in the day whenever I went and watched MDU events. I've never driven MDU, but I used to go watch all the time. And so like I've seen him drive, not this car, but an S14 that he had before, and I just didn't like realize it until we started talking about trading cars. But then I think he bought this car, he said, in like 2014 or 2015 or something. I forget exactly when he said he bought it, but he had this car for a long time, and he bought it stock and built it to compete in FD. So like it's like a full-fledged like race car. It's really cool. So let me get some B-roll, and then we'll talk a lot more about everything that's done to the car and what it is. Gonna give you guys a quick little voiceover on this B-roll. I apologize in advance for all of the ums and stuff in this video. It's the first time I've spoken to a camera in a long time, so we're kind of doing a restart on me getting reacclimated to being on camera and talking and stuff. But yeah, I'll get back used to it like I did before. Sorry. So that's just a quick little bit of B-roll. I have yet to show you guys very much of the, it's weird to say this, but the driver's side of the car over here on the right side, this side skirt is toast, that over fender's toast, and that side of the back bumper is like missing. It's in the car, but it's not on the car. So this car, Gonzo took this car to Formula Drift for a couple of years, I think, and he also drove this car for a long time doing like demos and grassroots stuff. So this car's been a drift car for many years, and so it is a driven car. It is not a show car, and I'm okay with that because I like to drive my cars. I don't like to look at them as much as I love looking at this car, even though it's like it's used. I love looking at it. I'm so excited to have this car. I couldn't be happier to just own this car. So I'll show you some more about it. We'll start with like the outside is all Origin stuff, wide body and body kit and everything, I believe. It's got a cool carbon fiber hood with some vents. The interior, like a full cage with X-bar in the back, and oh, I actually don't know if it has, don't listen to all that. Okay, it does have anti-intrusion, so that's good. That's something that a lot of places are requiring, so I'm glad it has that. Obviously handbrake and stuff, it is well, we'll talk more about that later, but it's got like an arc switch panel and Sparco seats and stuff. It's got a lot of like really nice parts went into this car. It's an FD chassis. If you look back here, since we're missing a taillight, which I have new taillights on the way too. I bought some 50/50s. They're gonna be sweet. It's all like really nice tube rear. It's got like a really strong crash structure in the middle, and then stuff that comes out here that's just like single bar. Fuel cell in there, 5-gallon, couple laps at a time kind of thing. BCL wing, love that. Big wing guy, big wang and gang wing guy. Up here under this, he showed me, is really cool, but there's like the windshield's dirty. There's the fuses and relays are just underneath the dash pad there. So I think that's like, when he was explaining it to me, I didn't understand what he meant, but when he showed me, man, I was stoked because that's like a really, really nice touch. Here's just another shot of everything from the other side. Really, really neat setup. I'm just kind of rambling but I'm really excited. So you're just gonna have to listen to me ramble. Let's get into the nitty gritty, and I'll show you now. Showed you the rear tube, the inside of the car, the outside of the car. Let me show you the front tube and the engine package, and we'll talk some about that because there's some stuff going on and it's pretty cool. Here we have an LS6 that is big cam, built heads. It's on HP Tuner's factory computer. Got a return setup because it makes power. It's got an oil filter relocation and stuff. Pretty standard stuff. Lots of standard stuff that I don't really need to talk about because it's like stuff that you guys have probably already seen if you know anything about drifting. But there's a couple of things, just 2 things, that are really freaking strange about this. And it's something that I've wanted to talk about since I got the car home, so here we are. Ooh, also, while you guys are looking at it, look how nice this tube front is. This is like really, really nice fab work. Open tubs, which I don't care. But like just really nice tube work. And then like the nice little carbon panel to cover the radiators. This is a nice touch. A lot of the work that's done to this car, pretty much all the work that's done to this car is like really nice work. So I couldn't be happier. So the first thing we'll talk about is something that you may have already spotted because it's bright green. But you see this green bar going across back there? If you notice, that's going, I'll show you from the other side. That's going over here to a clutch master cylinder. The clutch master cylinder is on the passenger side and it's actuated by like, you could almost call it like cantilever, I guess, because you have force coming this way, pivots, and force goes that way. So it's like it's really crazy. And I see why it's like that, because like if you're on this side, then the clutch master is way over there behind the strut tower, right? But since we're on this side, the clutch, and your clutch is still your left foot. It's not like they switch the pedals because you drive in Japan. So your left foot is still your clutch. So that puts it like right behind the head on an LS. So they had to do something else. And like, obviously you could do like a pedal box and have the masters inside the car. But like, this was obviously just like a, well, hey, we're not doing a pedal box. Let's make something work. And it works. I've driven the car twice now. I did donuts and then loaded it on the trailer when Gonzo and I met. And then I did a burnout. And guess what? The clutch has not failed yet. So apparently it works. Brings us to thing number 2. And you guys you probably ain't even been able to see it in the video yet. And you won't notice it when I point the camera at it. It's really weird. It's really weird. Check this out. Do you see it yet? No? All right, let's get a little closer. All right, let me turn the flash on too. All right. You see that? See that starter up here by the front of the engine? He says a Ford starter. I gotta talk to him a little bit. I gotta ask him about, he's gotta remind me what starter that is. I need to write that down in case it goes bad. But you see that rusty bar right there that I'm pointing at? That starter turns that bar that goes all the way back to the flywheel to start the engine, because apparently there was some space constraints back there. I haven't really been under the car yet, so I don't know what the space constraint is back there. But yeah, it ended up with a Ford something starter in the front, so it's pretty cool. It's kind of weird, but like it's probably really serviceable. If that starter goes bad, it's probably not a big deal. It's right there in the front, so I don't even mind it. I will, since we're sitting here talking about the car, I'll go ahead and start it. A loud fuel pump. funny. I couldn't even hear the dog barking over the car. It's so loud. So that's another thing. The car is very loud.